This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we'll talk with a very high-ranking Pennsylvania Democrat about how his party's convention went in the Keystone State. Happy Friday. Let the celebration and the information begin. I'm Ken Carr, and wow, what a packed Friday newscast we have. So let's get to it. Here's tonight's information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The 2016 Democratic National Convention is now in the books, and history was made as Hillary Clinton became the first woman presidential nominee of a major political party. The Democratic nominee was introduced last night by her daughter Chelsea and then addressed the convention. Among those in attendance in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania State Democratic Chairman Marcel Groen, who spoke with our Lisa Sugart via phone from Philadelphia earlier today.
It's exciting. The speech the convention was phenomenal. I thought one after another was just better, and it culminated. I thought Secretary Clinton gave a phenomenal performance yesterday. Tremendous speech, hit on everything that she had to, and she should have in a tone that was important. I think if anyone came in from outer space and reviewed the two conventions and the two candidates, they would have no difficulty picking who the better candidate is.
Do you feel there is a strong sense of unity? I know there was disappointment among the Sanders delegates, but at the end, do you think everybody is united?
Almost everybody. There are always some fringes, but that's what they just are. They're just some fringes. Look, a lot of the Sanders folks were new to politics. Us old-timers, are used to winning and losing, and then you get over it. But having said that, the overwhelming majority clearly came together. I know in our delegation we had almost complete unanimity, really from Monday on forward. We worked hard for it. The two campaigns and their surrogates worked hard at it. I recognized the Sanders people at our first breakfast and thanked them for everything they do and have done. The truth of the matter is they have a lot of passion. They've raised issues that have been ignored but should be addressed. And we need them as part of our youth and our new people. So I think we'll get some significant support from them, and I see nothing but unity down the road.
Currently, there are 101 days until the November general election. 3 heroes were recognized yesterday for their service to our country. Congressman Lou Barletta presented the long overdue medals during a ceremony at his district office in Hazleton. The recipients were Myron Deal Jr. of Hazleton, who served with the U.S. Navy, James Reichert of West Hazleton, who served with the U.S. Air Force, and the late Kenneth Wenner of Whitehaven, who served with the U.S. Army. I had the chance to talk with the 2 medal recipients and Gertrude Wenner, who received her husband's awards.
Well, it makes me feel pretty proud. Some of them I didn't even know I earned. But yeah, it makes me feel real proud to serve our country. I was in the United States Navy. I was in during the Cuban crisis. We were down there chasing the Russian subs around and the Cuban gunboats.
Is it nice now, I know you've probably been asked a bunch of times, but to come back to get recognition and to have a congressman take the time out of his day to say congratulations? Thank you. Really, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Congressman Barletta was very good. I've spoken to him many times about different things, and he's got my vote all the time. But his staff did a really good job doing the research for this. I really appreciate it. And like I said, it's nice to get a little bit of recognition after 40-some years.
Would this have meant a lot to him today to receive these after his service?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it certainly means a lot to his children. And I can't wait for those that are out of the state to see them.
You know, this is the part where your pride in our country just bursts through, you know, to meet so many of these veterans and watch them receive these medals of honor or medals that they deserved and didn't know that they even had coming. Some were lost and thought that they would never have them again. You know, for whatever reasons, for them, it means everything. And to be able to share that with their families is even more special. So this is by far one of the most honorable things that I get to do and share with these great American heroes.
Congratulations to those recognized and their families, and we are grateful for their service. An arrest warrant has been issued for a man Hazleton police say is armed and dangerous. Hazleton police obtained the arrest warrant for 21-year-old Wellington Marte Ramirez for his role in a shooting incident on Wednesday. Police say he attempted to commit a robbery at 10th and Locust Streets. According to officers, the suspect was involved in a physical altercation and pointed a gun at the victim. No shots were fired, and Marte Ramirez fled the scene. Police say he is considered armed and dangerous and asked that he turn himself in immediately to avoid a dangerous encounter. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4942 or dial 911 immediately. Hazleton police are looking for a man they say robbed a woman yesterday morning. It happened around 6:40 a.m. at 3rd and Alder Streets. The robber took the woman's cell phone, then fled on foot. He's described as a black male with tattoos on both forearms, wearing a black t-shirt, gray cotton shorts, and black and white sneakers. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or provide an anonymous tip online at hazletonpolice.com. And Hazleton police say that community collaboration led to a large heroin arrest. Police responded to a report of a suspicious vehicle in the area of Ottmiller Park off of Garibaldi Court just after 11:30 p.m. 2 people were taken into custody following a search of the vehicle. Police found a large amount of packaged heroin, 418 bags, a small amount of marijuana, cell phones, and cash. Lauren Dovan and Yedney Garcia, both of Hazleton, face a list of drug-related charges. And the Pennsylvania State Police have issued a traffic advisory. The Interstate 80 eastbound ramp to I-81 North will be temporarily closed while the bridge undergoes immediate repairs. The detour will be I-80 to exit 262, left on Route 309, and then back onto 80 west to I-81 North. Be prepared for congested traffic in those areas. The closure is expected to last several days. Coming up next on FYI, some community news out of Tamaqua about a walk being held there this weekend. And in sports, we're going to Long Pond for a preview of the Pennsylvania 400 NASCAR race, and we'll talk about some locals who are part of the ARCA race.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Summertime is celebration time. Why not let Sand Springs Country Club and Drums bring their delicious homemade food to your next celebration? With a variety of menus, they offer the perfect solution to your next event. Sand Springs offers off-site catering and delivery, in addition to catering various events at their various clubhouse venues. For details or to make arrangements to have your event catered, call Sand Springs at 570-788-5845 or go to sandspringsgolf.com. Well, it's a problem plaguing communities across the United States. Overdose deaths are claiming young lives in staggering numbers, and now a newly formed organization in our area is looking to not only shine a light on the problem, but it also helps do something to stop it. Here's Lisa Sugart.
A first-of-its-kind event will take place in Tamaqua on Saturday evening. It is called the Out of the Darkness Into the Light Candlelight Walk, and it is being sponsored by a brand new organization called Safer Streets for Tamaqua's Little Feet. One of the organizers of that group joins me now, John Sienkiewicz. John, you're one of the founders of this group, and sadly enough, you lost your own daughter, Alexandria, just in April to an overdose. First of all, our condolences to you, your wife, your family, and to everyone in Schuylkill County and the area who is dealing with a similar situation.
Thank you very much.
Why did you feel it was so important to raise awareness? You're still dealing with your own situation right now.
We, as a community, and all communities, are just overrun with this. This isn't just a one town, this town, that town. The entire country is overrun with this. If people don't start stepping up and saying enough is enough, tell our politicians we need different laws, we need stronger penalties, tell the politicians we need more rehabs. Our doctors need to stop starting people out with all of this prescription pain pills. If we don't step up and say, law enforcement, do your job, this isn't going to end. It's going to get worse.
Well, now this walk will take place on Saturday, and you told me you hope it becomes an annual event and it moves around from town to town. First, tell us about what's taking place on Saturday.
This Saturday, July 30th at 7:30 p.m. at the Bungalow Pool in Tamaqua, actually the park at the Bungalow Pool. We are having a candlelight walk, which is out of the darkness into the light. It's an overdose awareness walk. This walk is for everyone, whether you've lost somebody or not, whether somebody's fighting still or in recovery and still fighting. Everybody's welcome to attend. This isn't just a Tamaqua thing or Schuylkill County thing. We do have people coming from New York, New Jersey, Ohio already. We're expecting a 450, 550 turnout, but more are welcome. Please come.
And there's going to be information there as well.
Yes, we'll have tons of educational material. Our organization, we reach out to anybody who puts their hand out and says we need help. We will help them get into a rehab. We prefer getting them into long-term rehabs. After that, we encourage the people to graduate from the rehab, and rather than come back to the same area and fall back in with the same people, we want them to go to a transitional living facility where they can get a job, be away from the people that they knew that were doing it, and start a different life. Our organization, as long as funds are available, because we are a nonprofit, we will pay to get them in for the first month. Transitional living, most insurances don't cover it. That's $530 for every person that goes.
Well, for anyone who wants to come out, again, this walk is taking place on Saturday evening at 7:30, starting at Bungalow Park in Tamaqua. You can also go to their Facebook page, Safer Streets for Tamaqua's Little Feet, to get more information or to contact John and to get involved in this wonderful organization. I hope you have a tremendous turnout, and I hope that you really do succeed in raising awareness and preventing another situation.
Thank you very much.
John Sienkiewicz.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
It ended up being a beauty of a day at the Pocono Raceway. We'll see if it will stay that way for all of the racing action this weekend. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly cloudy. We'll have a low in the mid-60s. Saturday, 50% chance some isolated showers, then scattered showers and thunderstorms after 9 a.m. Mostly cloudy, high near 77 degrees. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch possible. Saturday night, up to a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Our low will be 64 degrees. Sunday, the day of the Pennsylvania 400, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-70s. Sunday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low of 63. Monday looks nice, partly sunny, highs in the upper 70s. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 61. For Tuesday, another mostly sunny day with a high near 79. And then Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 62 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
Well, look at that green screen. It's the midday winning lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 4, 3, pick 3, 812, pick 4, 0168, and pick 5, 44908. Adopt Me will return next week on FYI. When we come back on this show, it's the Sportscast and a lot of racing at the Pocono Raceway.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Drive fastly, call me Jeff Gordon in the black SS with the navigation. That's from a great Nelly song. It's going to be a great weekend at the Pocono Raceway as the most successful NASCAR driver at the track, Jeff Gordon, comes out of retirement to drive for the injured Dale Earnhardt Jr. The Sprint Cup Series Pennsylvania 400 is Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Today, Brad Keselowski, who is second in points right now, gave his thoughts on how drivers handle success before the chase starts. The chase is NASCAR's version of playoffs. Keselowski already has 4 wins on the season. Matt Kenseth has 2 wins and is the defending Pennsylvania 400 champion. You'll hear from him after Keselowski.
I think as a driver that you do things a lot differently once you already have wins where you take less chances. I think the team itself takes more chances with parts and respect to failure and strategy, because it doesn't really matter. Once you have a win, nothing else really matters. You could have 10 wins, and it just doesn't get you anywhere.
Finish the race was great for us last year. It's been better for us here. The last year was pretty decent, and this year so far was pretty good. We ran pretty good in the spring. Used to be probably one of my worst tracks, I think, statistically, how we performed and really how we finished. So it's been better for us lately, so hopefully we can just continue from there and get a little better, and hopefully have a shot this weekend, be up front somewhere. Well, everything changes a lot from year to year, the rules packages and what you learn on your cars and your setups and maybe how your organization or cars are running, that type of thing. But certainly, whenever you run better somewhere, your confidence level is higher than when you go to a place and you don't run well. It's just kind of human nature, and that's always subject to change at any time. You might go to your best track that you feel the best at and feel like maybe you're one of your best places and run really bad, and you might go to the place you feel like, is not a good track for you and run good. You never know what's going to happen, but certainly, yeah, the success always breeds confidence.
Every year at Pocono, I hear a familiar voice calling from the sky. Yep, it's Dino Alberto, the co-host of FYI's Fast Lane and local motorsport journalist. He's been one of the track announcers at Pocono for a while now. We'll tell that story on another day on FYI. Right now, Dino talks about some locals involved in the ARCA Mod Space 150 happening this evening.
Hazelton's Tony Hilliard answered a call on social media to be on a pit crew for one of the ARCA teams and a couple of other local guys from the Lehighton area that race at Mahoning Valley. And lo and behold, they're over there helping out right now, and it's an opportunity for them to see what it's like. They're having a blast. They're out doing some work on the car. You have Steve Fox from Hazelton. He's another guy that comes up here and that's another cool thing. It's the local connection, whereas in maybe baseball, football, do you see that? Do you see one of the local guys that you get to go out there and hit a ball and throw a pass? Not often, but here at this place, and that's the beauty of what I think I love most about auto racing, is that you can see a local guy from your short track get a chance to come out here maybe once, maybe twice, and see what it's like to run with the big guys.
Steve Fox was a race car driver in the ARCA race that got underway around 5:30 this evening. The Pocono Mountains 150 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race is tomorrow at 1, and again the Sprint Cup Series Pennsylvania 400 is Sunday at 1 p.m. Right now it's 1:45 Ron Marchetti, but before we get to short shots, I want to let you know that the Chicago Cubs beat the White Sox on Thursday 3-1. Now, on with the Marchetti.
Final Friday of July is almost over. Hi, everybody. This is Short Shots. The Valley West 10-11-year-old All-Star team claimed their first Section 6 title. Now the District 18 Little League champions are playing this weekend, starting tonight in the state tournament at Mount Union. This is Valley West's first Section 6 title and state playoff berth. Good luck to them. Cubs manager in Hazelton's own Joe Madden was chosen for the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, but Joe had to decline since he was to be inducted on October 22nd, and on that day, the Cubs will be involved in the World Series. But did he have to be present to be inducted? Well, apparently. Dennis Green, the first Big Ten black head football coach and the third black head coach in the NFL, died at the age of 67. His 10-year NFL career record with the Minnesota Vikings, 97, 60, and 62, which included 8 playoff appearances and 2 NFC title games. His best season was 15-1 in 1988. His career was not that shabby. White Sox pitcher, 14-3, Chris Sales, was suspended for 5 days without pay and fined $12,700 for destroying 1976 throwback jerseys. He cut his own and most of his team's uniforms that he and his team were to wear last Saturday. He didn't like them. That's like refusing to work because you don't like the way your boss is dressed. What a bonyock. Ken Griffey Jr. and Mike Piazza were enshrined into baseball's Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Ken Griffey was the highest draft pick ever inducted, and Piazza was the lowest draft pick to enter the Hall of Fame. He was the 1,390th pick in round 62 in the 1988 draft. Finally, I hate doing these, but this one is a big hurt. A really good longtime friend passed away this week after a serious, shocking 1-month illness. He was laid to rest yesterday. A great family man and sort of a legend in his town. He didn't think so, but I did. Eddie Shimani, who will always be looking down proudly, will be sorely missed at the gyms, the stadiums, the fields, in church, at dance recitals, and at his shop on 7th Street. He was a clean-cut and devout Notre Dame fan. We shared good times and conversations, and I loved running into him because it was usually at a game in which his family was in, or a dance recital, which his family was in. His kids were good athletes, his grandchildren are good athletes, and his great-grandchildren will be. Our heartfelt condolences to his wife Betty, his 3 sons Scott, Stephen, and John, and of course his entire family and many friends. In memory of him, I will sign off tonight for the first time in 23 years, what I would always say to him when we would meet, whenever, wherever, even if it was for a simple glass of wine on an occasional Friday afternoon. It will stay between us why we call each other Mother of God. Goodbye, friend.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news first tonight. Happy 17th birthday to Adriana Scarlett Fort of Hazleton. She celebrates on Sunday. Love from Mom, Dad, and Dimitri. In our Talk of the Town report, a free back-to-school health fair hosted by Lehigh Valley Health Network will be held at the Health Center in Mountaintop on Wednesday, August 17th from noon to 3 p.m. Students will be able to take advantage of free health screenings, fun educational activities, free pizza, popcorn, snow cones, and face painting. For more information, please call 570-261-5000. Our next announcement, the West Hazleton Crime Watch will be holding their annual National Night Out Tuesday, August 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Community Building. Be having free hot dogs and hamburgers, DJ, Tricky Trays, bake sale, and information from several local agencies. Plus, the West Hazleton Police Department will be doing fingerprinting, and the Fire Department will have their smokehouse. The community building is located 100 South 4th Street in West Hazleton. And finally, the Tamaqua Community Arts Center will be holding a school supply bingo Friday, August 12th at 7 p.m. This fun for the whole family event is free to attend with a donation of at least 2 school supply items. The center is located at 125 Pine Street, and seating is limited. For more information, please call 570-668-1192. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Alfred J. Avellino, formerly of Shamokin. Memorial is Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. at the Roten Funeral Home in Texas. And Eugene L. Medvitz of Sinking Spring. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements.
The party is at Pocono this weekend. If you go, have fun. No matter what you do, have fun and be safe, and come back here on Monday for more local information. Take it easy, everyone.